Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Apparently a lot of you have been asking how to make short notes for your examinations, right? Majorly, like I'm from IM, right? So I will be telling you about CAT examinations. You can apply to various examinations, bank, like PO, anything, right? You want. Basically, when you are creating your short notes, the main funda over here is that you can recall all the concepts that you have been studying for past 3 to 6 months or maybe a year in a short period of time, right? Apparently, when I was preparing for CAT, I used to revise all the subjects like VARC, cons, and DILR, and apparently it took me like 1 hour, right? And I was able to revise everything, right? So how you do it, right? I'm just taking example of quantitative aptitude, and currently I have my book, right? So you will be getting books from your coaching classes, or you can take any other book you like to use, right? What you can do is you can simply take out the index, right? And so what activity I used to do is, let's say there are 5 blocks in quantitative aptitudes. The very first one is numbers, right? So how you can continue with numbers is, uh, if you open your book, there will be a flow chart given in the initial few pages, right? A flow chart will be given about numbers, right? So like whole numbers, then natural numbers, then odd, even, prime, non-prime, right? However it goes, that will cover most of your things. Then you will be having 1 to 2 concepts about LCM, right? So how I will be doing is, I will firstly write flowchart. Secondly, I will be writing about LCM. Then if there are two different things that I need to remember, right, I will be writing two, right? So when I'm doing revision, I will be trying to recall the first thing, and then I will be trying to revise the second thing. Then I will be writing the point 3, which will be like about HCF maybe. So I will be writing HCF, and whatever things I need to recall about HCF, that things. Fourth topic would be divisibility, right? So I will write divisibility, and then I will define like what is the divisibility rule for 1, for 2, and then for 3, right? Now how I need to write it for, let's say, 2. So what is the divisibility of rule 2? That the end number should be an even number, right? So x, maybe anything, right? And then at the end here should be an even number. Then for 3, it's like a plus b plus c plus dash 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 upon 3, right? It should be completely divisible, right? Reminder should not be there. Then you will be writing for 4, and then again you will be star star star, and then last two numbers, this a and b should be divisible by 4, right? I guess I'm not sure about this, but I guess this is how it is, right? So you need to remember how divisibility rules will be working. You need to remember like, then the next topic is about zeros in expression, right? So you need to write number of zeros. So hashtag zeros you will be calculating. So hashtag for me means number of zeros, right? So I will be writing number of zeros, and then I will be calculating. So for instance, how many zeros are here? So I'll be just taking an example right over here, how many zeros it can have, right? So you just try it out, right? And you need to make sure that you don't write the entire process initially. You just write the names, and then when you're taking your revision, you go through the entire process in your brain itself, right? And you can recall things out, right? That will make your shorts very like notes very short, firstly, and secondly, it will give you a daily motivation that it's a very small stuff, right? I can do it. It's a good thing to start your day with your short notes. That will work for you. That will work wonder for you. Trust me, right? Then second chapter is progression. So chapter 2 is progression, and here you need to remember about arithmetic progression, then geometric progression, what it is, then harmonic progression, and then what is their relationship, and then how you find what is the sum of even numbers, what is the sum of odd numbers, what is the sum of squares, right, of numbers who are in arithmetic progression, of course, cubes, right? So this is how you need to remember, right? So there will be a few points that you need to remember, and you need to go through it, right? So just go through it. Initially your block 1 will take a lot of time, and Second thing is it will be lengthier, because a number system is a theoretical topic. It will take your time. When you move forward with your preparation, the topics will get easier, and moreover you will get practice how to make about notes, right? uh, Moving more, so you can see averages, right? So in averages there is nothing much. A plus b plus c, like divided by n, right? This is the formula and this will work wonder for you. Everything is covered in this one. Then you go for allegations. So especially when you're talking about allegations, right, uh, there may be some kind of method that you will be using. You just need to make a diagram. So for, let's say, if you use butterfly method, where you have x, y, and then you need to create a proportion in z, right? So this will be x minus z, and then you will be having y minus z, right? That will be in ratio, right? So you need to just make sure this diagram, and you just need to recall this out. Similarly, if you are going for percentages, you need to remember what is 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 1 by 1 by 1, then 1 by 2, then 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, and all those stuff, right? Up to at least 1 by 20 or 1 by 25 if you are good with it, right? So that you need to remember, right? For profit and loss, it's my favorite topic, one of the favorite topic. I just used to remember only two things. It's a very basic math, right? Your cost price should be less than your selling price, right? And if you make it like your selling price is upon cost price is less than 1, right? That means you have sold for less than what you have bought it for. You are making a loss. And similarly, if your selling price upon cost price is greater than 1, you are making a profit, right? So these two things work wonder. You don't need to remember anything else. If you work on these problems using this is it, right? So my profit and loss short notes would be these 2 points only. If I found out any other problem that I am solving, there is some important point that I shouldn't miss on, I will be writing it down, like on the this is your A4 size page, right? So your notes will be going here, 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 and then you leave a bit of a space over here, right? And you just make adjustments over here. So it will initially, like, you will be creating a short summary of, let's say, 20 pages, and then it will be reducing to maybe 15, and then 5 pages, right? It will take a bit of a time, but trust me, when you will be giving exams, you will be thanking me a lot with this, right? Similarly, if you go for interest, you need to remember what is simple interest, what is compound interest, and then what is the relationship between simple interest and compound interest when they are equal to each other, right? This is the thing that you need to remember a bit. Moving forward, sorry guys, I just got a call. Okay, let's move on. So this is your interest, right? And if I got any other point, I will be again mentioning it over here, right? So that when next time I'm doing a full flash revision, I just make sure that I cover all the points, right? Moving forward, yeah. So moving forward, it's like ratio, proportions, and variations. So what are the types of ratios, and what are their properties? Same for the proportion and variation and all this stuff, right? I'm maybe some of the concepts I'm not able to recall, but I'm just here to give you strategy, right? Because most of the knowledge, most of the things that you need for your preparations are available online, right? So my main focus is to give you the right strategy to crack your examinations, right? So I will be focusing on that only. Moving further, for time and work, right? Time and work, a wonderful chapter. All you need to remember is one of the grid, that is MRTW, that is number of men, or maybe a person, ABCD, or if it's given like 36 men, so you can add 36 m, and then at what rate they are working, what is the time, and then what is the work, right? You need to know. Now for work, you can take LCM of whatever you want, right? Like whatever you must have known about the LCM concept when working on time and work, so you need to use that, right? Apart from that, you need to remember one more formula, that is MRT upon W for first condition is equals to MRTW for second condition, These are the only two things that you need. Yeah, just one more thing. uh, Work is equals to, right, sorry, rate is equals to work upon time, right? So how much work you are doing in how much time, that defines your rate. So when you use this concept and you use this grid, you are done with most of the questions, be it from time and work, number of people working, may it be about uh, pipes and cisterns, right? So you are good to go with everything. Then you're coming to speed, time, distance. You need to remember the basic formulas, that is how speed is related to distance and time, right? And then if there is about train, so you will be adding the distance, the length of the train into distance to calculate the speed. And it's about, like, you need to just remember two things, this one, and secondly is relative speed, right? These two concepts, you are done with time, speed, distance, right? Moving next, the topic is geometry. So for geometry, you need to remember one important thing. Geometry is a theoretical topic, right? You have a lot of stuff going. When you are doing revision, for instance, if I'm talking about angles, right? So how I will be doing it, angles, right? And then if I'm writing about, let's say, types of angles, then I will be writing types, and then I will be defining the number 7. So when I'm doing a revision, I will be counting it on my fingertips, right? Like there is right angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, acute angle triangle, then there are complementary angles, there are supplementary angles, and whatever, blah blah blah. You will be just writing down the number, and then you need to recall when you are doing it. It's okay if you are not able to do it in the initial stages. It will take 3 to 4 days, but after 1 week you will be doing it very good. And after 2 weeks, minimum of 2 weeks, if you are good with your brain power, minimum after 2 weeks you will be like, everything will be on your fingertips. You just name the topic and you have everything, every data on your fingertips, right? That is how you go. Similarly, if you are talking about polygons, so polygons, you will be writing types, right? What is types of polygons? You will be writing numbers. And if you want to define it, right, like square, so square and its properties, there will be 10 properties. Then rectangle, then there will be 8 properties, and this and that. You are done this way if you are doing it, right? It will be done in a few steps, right? Moreover, if you're going for coordinate geometry, then you need to know the basic formulas. What is the distance between two lines, what is the formula of line, right? And then point and line distance between 2 points distance. That are the basics that you need to cover up. Going for functions, what are the functions, what are even functions, what are odd functions, right? Combining momentums, inequalities. Just for inequalities, I guess there are 10 or 12 laws that you need to remember, and your questions are solved with it, right? Apart from that, there are 4 different methods or 4 conditions where you need to, you will be using different methods. Let's say if it is given log x of y, right? Or instead of y it is given, let's say y, then for y it is given log z of x of x, right? And you need to solve this out, right? So you just need to remember different conditions in which it is done, right? Moving further, inequalities, I have already covered that. Quadratic and other equations, so you need to just mention the basic, how basic equation is, and then how you can use it, right? There are 2 laws for advanced equations, right? Like how the equation will be progressing and all the stuff. For logarithms, you will be remembering logs. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, guys. I just made a mistake over here. Yeah, so this 10 to 12 laws which I was talking about was about logs. Sorry, I just seen this topic and I started to speak about this one. I'm really sorry. So logs will have 5 to 10, whatever number of laws that it has, right? And just you need to remember that, right? For permutation, combination, what is permutations, how you calculate it, what is combination, how you calculate it. And then you will make a call out over here that when you use permutation, when you use combination, right? If still you are getting a doubt, just write over here example, and then write an example, right? Over here simply, right? For instance, if I'm writing down that a person wants to calculate in how many ways he can arrange the cards, right? That's a simple example, right? And I can just write number ways cards, right? Nothing to do with grammar. You just need to write out the hinting words. That's it. When you read this, you can recall what was the question, you can recall what is combination, and then you can solve it down, right? This is how you go for it. Then probability, you will be writing about what is the probability, what is basic formula, what is Bayes theorem, and that's it. You are done with it, right? This is how you go with the set theory. You need to remember that where there is Venn diagram, how three Venn diagram is there, what are the conditions, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, right? That's it, you're done. So when you will be doing your revision on this kind of way, things will be much easier for you, trust me, and you will surely see the result. So right now when I'm making this video, there are approximately 50 days. I'm just putting aside the last 2-3 days because that will be a rest period. So in the next 50 days, if you are doing this on daily basis, I'm sure you will rock the examination. Best of luck for your CAT examination. Hope to see you in the next video. Thank you guys.